The nation mourns the loss of 4 brave army men who died fighting terrorists in 2 separate encounters in Kashmir. Army Chief Bipin Rawat indicated that it was time that terror was controlled from the grassroots level in the state. Army Chief said that Army was not getting support from the local population despite trying to conduct people-friendly operations. He added that at the time the terrorists have graduated to villages, harsher measures were needed to control the local boys over the last few months. Security men involved in anti-terror operations in Kashmir's villages have claimed that they were targeted by slogan-shouting, stone-throwing locals. In fact, in several cases, it had enabled the terrorists to actually escape.
Our aim has been to conduct people-friendly operations, but the manner in which the local population is preventing us in conducting the operations, at times even supporting the terrorists to escape. And it is these factors that is leading to higher casualties towards the security forces. We would now request the local population that people who have picked up arms, and these are the local boys, if they want to continue with this acts of terrorism, displaying flags of ISIS and Pakistan, then we will treat them as anti-national elements and go helter-skelter for them.
Let's go across to my colleague Arish Biral joining us with further details. Arish, you've sent a very stern warning that's coming from the Army Chief, looking at how the situation continues to prevail. But how is this being received on the ground? Is this only going to escalate tensions further? Because, of course, the need of the hour is to try and control this collateral damage that continues when the Army and the security forces are trying to rush the terrorists out of the valley.
Well, definitely this is one of the biggest challenges that have come up for the security forces and also the J&K police. In fact, the J&K police chief just a couple of days had said that this was in fact a big challenge for the police, that the people start coming on the streets and trying to help the militants who are engaged in encounters with the security forces. And in such a situation, the police is left with no option but to use force against these civilian population. And we saw in Kulgam area that one civilian lost his life when the security forces had to open fire to disperse the crowd who had come out the streets and were shouting slogans in an apparent move to help the militants. Remember, this has been happening after the Burhan Wani incident. The people have been coming openly on the streets trying to help the militants by shouting slogans and engaging the security force in stone pelting. So this is a big challenge for not only for the army but also the Jammu and Kashmir police.
It's a big challenge. It's a major concern, Arish, and of course the army has been looking at it very closely as well. The entire situation escalated post the Burhan Wani episode, as we understand. But the Army Chief has said that all those people who continue to raise the Pakistan's flag, the ISIS flag, will be treated as anti-nationals. We've been seeing such incidences taking place for more than a year now in the valley. So are we expecting much more tougher measures? And perhaps, do you think this will only, instill a fear in the locals? Or is this going to escalate the situation even more? What is your assessment of how people are receiving this?
Well, you are absolutely right in pointing that this is going to be a big challenge for the security forces. So in Kashmir Valley, as I pointed out, that this is a new trend that's confronting the security forces, particularly army and the police. But remember, the Kashmir has seen peace after 6 long months of unrest. And if such things keep happening and the security forces, particularly the army, takes the extreme measures, that means there are going to be some more civilian casualties, and this is going to be in nowhere helping the situation on the ground, and this is only going to disturb the peace in the Kashmir Valley. And we are told by sources in police that some strategy is being carried out by the heads of the different branches of the security agencies to keep the civilian population at bay during these encounters. In fact, there was an advisory issued by the J&K police that the civilian population should remain away from the encounter sites, but this has not gone well. This has not yielded any results. So we are being told that the heads of the various security agencies are now putting their heads together to carve a strategy to minimize the collateral damage and also to keep away the civilian population during the encounters.
Right. Arish, request you to stay with us. Some more inputs coming in. We'll take a listen in.
The first reaction would be that that I'm surprised that a senior army officer of the fifth largest army in the world, reportedly to be highly disciplined, is using this kind of a language. It's a language which is used by arrogant boasters and bullies. And by this statement, the Army Chief has also involved himself or made himself into an arrogant boaster and a bully. Using army.
All right, we're looking at some political inputs coming in opposing what the Army Chief has to say. Arish, thanks very much for joining us for a moment. We'll take a short